On Song, internationally renowned opera singer Annalise wrapping her highly skilled vocal cords around Jay Clarkson's The Boy with the Sad Hands. More used to singing arias, she says singing pop music requires a slightly different skill set, and this song has a familiar theme.
Makes me nervous that you say that she's going to listen to it. But I do feel like that is one of the ones that I do feel like I've got a story that I've got a background story for that one that I can add to it. So I'd love to compare stories with Jay, so to see if we have a similar man that we're singing about. It's a good song, and probably a pretty common story actually.
Chill's frontman Martin Phillips is recently back from a highly successful US tour, and while he's looking forward to getting to sing one of his own most known songs this time around, he says one of the event's founders will be there in spirit.
Obviously, one of the special things about Tally Ho is it always reminds us of Roy Colbert. You know, it's just, he's been such a fixture of the Dunedin music scene since before, well, I wouldn't say before I was born, but my first records were bought at Roy's shop. He is constantly there as a measure of the standards we should be aspiring to, and the choice of songs, and we all miss him, but at the same time, in a weird spiritual way, I do feel his presence overlooking this whole thing, and it's wonderful.
Rehearsals are taking place this week within the very gothic Dunedin Symphony Orchestra's Hanover Hall, with the whole venue being filled with mostly acoustically produced sound. The Symphony Orchestra's General Manager, Philippa Harris, says Tally Ho is a significant event on their calendar.
It's a huge event for us because it symbolises a lot of different things. First of all, it symbolises or it illustrates the close connections between the university and the orchestra, and I think between the university and its community.
From classically trained to lesser trained folk and rock musicians, Harris says it showcases the depth and breadth of Dunedin's musical talent.
And then we have some of the Dunedin Sound originals, Graham and Shane Carter and Martin Phillips. But then we also have the newbies coming through, Molly Devine, Lania Lowe, Bernardia Reid and Anthony Tonnen, who are really making a name for themselves as well.
The third instalment of Tally Ho adds new artists and new material, while also taking songs from the first two concerts. It could well be the last one in the series, with musicians unsure about doing another one. In Dunedin, the South Today.